Good morning, everyone. I hope that your day's off to a great start. I wanted to share with you a little bit more about what I've been talking about in my daily videos, and that's commitment to your goals and how to stay motivated. There are two really major components to how you stay motivated. I've heard it over and over and over and over and over again since I've been a coach, and that is, oh, I wish I had the motivation you had. You're such an inspiration, but I can't get myself motivated. Well, I'm going to give you the formula of how to stay motivated. Number one, to remember that moment that made you make the decision to say, I'm important. I'm going to put my health first. I'm going to go out there and try to become the fittest version of myself possible. I am tired of being at this weight. I'm tired of the way I feel uncomfortable in my skin. I'm tired of being sick and tired. And what was that moment for you? There was that moment that you finally made the decision to commit because you joined this group for a reason. What was it? For me, I remember what it was like. This picture in October of 2011 was taken. I'm wearing a really baggy shirt to cover up my body. My face was really puffy and swollen because we were eating bacon and gravy and drinking beer like it was our job. I was starving myself every day, eating a fast food lunch, drinking tons of soda, coming home, eating sausage or processed foods or fried foods or like a big old steak, gravy and bacon on everything. Literally, gravy and bacon, bacon and gravy. And then when the kids went to bed, my husband and I would spend time together in the garage drinking beer. It didn't matter if it was super hot outside or freezing cold. We were out there drinking and drinking and drinking. Then we'd come in, we were starving. If any of you have been drunk, you realize that you were hungry afterwards. And that was what we did repeatedly, over and over and over and over and over again. And we were miserable with ourselves, in our own skin. We were sick and tired of being sick and tired. We were unhealthy. We were sick. We were just miserable people. And it wasn't until we started doing something positive and bringing positive people into our lives that things started to really change. Doesn't mean that it stays perfect because everybody has ups and downs and we get distracted, and heaven knows if you've been following my story, you know I've done that. But I remember then the next month after this picture was taken, we went on a work trip. It was the same thing. I was pissed off, frustrated, because I only had 2 pairs of clothes that semi-fit me. Pants were snug, muffin top was hanging over, not pretty. And I only had 2 shirts that were long and covered up. And that's what I picked on this, work trip. And I was miserable. And on that trip, it was like, I remember that trip was our first trip for 2 days away from Rebel for the first time. And it was like, let's just get drunk the whole time. And we ate fried food. There's a picture of us where we were both, we had packed on a lot of weight. And we're eating fried pickles, sitting in a bar at this sports bar in this hotel that we stayed at in Dallas. And the next month in December, I remember, because it gets super cold here in Texas, putting on this dress that, I don't know, it was pretty snug. It was not pretty. But I put on these leggings that I had just bought because I wore this dress and I would wear this to keep my legs warm when I was walking from the car to work and back and forth because it's super cold here. I know Texas is known for the heat, but it does get cold. And if you look at the inside tag, I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't, but it says one size fits all. I remember sitting down at my desk and looking down, and there was 3 rolls because the whole elastic band, the one size fits all, dude, it's like just cuts off your circulation and it just separates the fat rolls. And I remember looking down and being like, oh my God, like I look worse now when Rebel's like 18 months old than I did when he was 8 weeks old. And I was like, I was taking so much better care of myself when I was breastfeeding, and I was home then and I could eat better. I wasn't on the run trying to get 3 kids to 3 different schools and work and dealing with the stress of all that. And I remember going in, using the restroom, pulling them down, and then just seeing like fat rolls sitting on my lap when I'm sitting on the toilet. Sorry if that's too TMI, but I remember thinking like, I've got to do something. Well, I didn't actually do something until January once I ran across my coach on Facebook, and she just popped up in my newsfeed. She was a stranger, and I saw her amazing abs, and I saw all of her posts that she, as far as I could scroll, was into fitness. I thought, well, you know what? She knows what she's talking about. She's been doing this for a long time. She's somebody who can lead me to greatness. That was that moment that I remember. I remember those days of being starving and just drinking coffee cup after coffee cup, full of creamer and sugar, just trying to stay awake to get through to lunch, then just inhaling chicken strips and french fries on my lunch while I'm running errands like a crazy person because I didn't want to do it after work because I had to get home and get my evening started. And then I remember like around 1:30, 2 o'clock crashing, and I would sit there like this and be like, oh my God, I just want to crawl under my desk and go to sleep. And I remember feeling, getting sick so many times that year, and that, from Thanksgiving until January, I was sick 2 or 3 times and just felt bad. And I remember that. And then I remember when I got started, how great I felt. I felt empowered. I felt amazing because I was surrounded with all these positive people in this, accountability group that my coach put me in. I felt like this stranger cared about me and believed in me and was checking up on me that she didn't have to. She didn't even know me. And I felt self-worth. After 13 days of doing P90X and drinking Shakeology and eating better, I lost a whole pant size and I started to see muscle forming 3 weeks into it, and I felt confident. Those are the things that keep me motivated. Those are the things that I remember. I don't ever want to go back to feeling that way. I don't ever want to go back to being sick all the time, being tired, and not being able to get throughout the day without tons of caffeine. Then, as I was saying, there's the second part. I know where I aspire to be. I have a goal this year is to get back to 139 by December 1st. I want to lose 20 pounds because through the course of this year of just a really rough patch and falling off track, which is totally normal and natural and it happens to people, so I don't beat myself up over it, I ballooned up to 156, which is more than I've ever weighed not pregnant. So I have a weight loss goal of 20 pounds. I want to be 136 pounds by January 1st. I am setting small goals. So by December 1st, I want to be 139. And I want to build muscle. I want to do it the right way. I want to eat right. I keep focusing on that. Today, when I was doing cardio, I wanted to die. I had to modify. I could have easily said, I've done 20 minutes. I'm great. Worked up a sweat. Nobody will know. I'm going to push pause. I'm going to go back inside, work, eat, whatever it is. And those are the games that everybody has go through their head. But I kept thinking 139, 139, 139. It's November 18th. It's November 18th. 139, 139. I kept saying it in my head over and over and over and over again. I kept envisioning myself getting on the scale and it being 139. I kept thinking about my goal for January 1st. I kept thinking like, oh my God, to lose 20 pounds between September and the end of December is going to be amazing. I'm going to feel better. I'm going to feel healthier. I'm going to feel more confident. I'm going to be able to help more people when they see that I can do it, when I never loved exercise and when I have had one hell of a year. And those are the things that keep me going. I kept going and I kept going. Even if I had to modify or stop to catch my breath, I kept going. I didn't bail out. I didn't forget my goals. I didn't let my excuses and my mind take over and let me forget about what it was that I was going for. And these are my goals. I want to get back in these. These babies are so tight. They like squeeze the life out of me. And I still, my skin has tightened up since I've been eating better and working out. And I'm seeing great progress there. But I still have skin that hangs over. And being a mom of 3, I know that's not going to go away. But I want to be able to wear these comfortably. So these are what I look at every day that tell me, Mindy, don't eat that crap. Mindy, don't pick up that beer that people are offering. Mindy, don't push pause halfway through and wait 10 minutes to get started because you may not get started. Don't chicken out and quit your workout 25 minutes in when it's a 32-minute workout. Keep going. Keep going. Remember everyone who's following you. Remember who you're leading. Remember that you are there to lead them to stay motivated. So these are the things that are so important. And I know that you have things that motivate you and reasons why you got started that don't match mine, but you have the same reasons of your own. Focus on them and push through. Sorry this is a long video, but I just felt so compelled to share with you, and I hope that you're watching these, and I hope that they're helping with your motivation, and I hope that you're out there pushing other people to operate at their best so that they feel their best every day. So anyways, have a great rest of the day.